Universal Peace Television. So, need some chocolate. Yeah, millions of people have been killed with cancer, Haarp in Pockersness, Alaska. So in other words, the Jesuits in Bilderberg, etc. have induced cancer in millions of people. 1 in 2 Americans get cancer during their lifetime, according to Medscape.com. And of course, it's also caused by cancer cell phone radiation. But enough about it. Let's read the article I came across recently. And it's on yournewswire.com. The Queen says 4 more icons must die, unquote, in 2016. So let's read that first then, and then some other interesting stuff.
The Queen says 4 more icons must die in 2016. Celebrity deaths in 2016 are serving as a warning to other famous, powerful people. Join the Illuminati and submit to the power of the cult, or die. Any celebrities remaining in the limelight in 2017 will be entirely tame and controlled creatures. This is part of the Illuminati plan, posted on April 22, 2016. The Queen completely killed the vibe at her own birthday party yesterday when she was overheard telling guests that 4 more icons must die in 2016 in order for the Illuminati to shepherd humanity towards the next phase of their sick and twisted master plan. 2016 is a very special year. It will go down in history as a celebrity horribilis, the Queen said with an evil grin, according to a Windsor Castle insider. The lavish black-tie birthday dinner was hosted by the Prince of Wales at Windsor Castle. 71 guests were invited, including senior royals, close friends and associates. During the first course of poached fillet of salmon trout, the Queen was overheard explaining that 4 icons must die in 2016, and these 4 icons will be wealthy, famous, free-thinking celebrities who have rejected the Illuminati's advances. These icons have too much influence with the public, said the Queen. The Queen was speaking as though she knows the Illuminati's kill list. The Windsor Castle insider said, speaking under the strict condition of anonymity. Elton John was visibly shaken up by what she said about the deaths. She noticed and shot him a hard stare, saying hopefully it won't have to be 5. By 2017 the world of media celebrities will be unrecognizable if the Illuminati continue gaining strength. Any remaining non-establishment figures like Bowie and Prince will be removed from public consciousness, only remembered and mourned by hardcore fans. Celebrity deaths in 2016 are serving as a warning to other famous, powerful people. Join the Illuminati and submit to the power of the cult or die. Any celebrities remaining in the limelight in 2017 will be entirely tame and controlled creatures. This is part of the Illuminati plan. There were a lot of shocked guests, said the insider. The Queen completely killed the vibe at her own party. It was like she sucked all the air out of the room. They were eating a passion fruit and mango gâteau for dessert, and some of the poor guests looked like they weren't even tasting it. After what she had told them, Elton John was once an open-minded, freedom-loving man. He is now a fascist censor under the thumb of the Illuminati and in particular the Queen. She has brainwashed him and had forced him to retire from the music industry, in effect castrating him, forcing him to give up his power to the dark cult. The royal family were terrified of his threats to release information about Diana's death. The Queen started working on him after he sang a lovingly modified version of Candle in the Wind at the funeral of his close friend, the murdered princess. The final straw for the Illuminati was when Elton spoke to Vladimir Putin, the Illuminati's #1 enemy. Elton was either to be assassinated or brought into the fold by the royal family and the Illuminati. Terrified for his life, and brainwashed by the Queen and her key staff, Elton has fallen into line and is now walk the walk and live the Illuminati life. About latest posts. Baxter Dmitry, writer at Newswire, passionate about motorsports, military history and the truth. Baxter has traveled in over 80 countries and won arguments in every single one.
This is another interesting video to watch. Hollywood star Wecker with WH. Hacker is in Wecker. Confession. This one only has 108,873 views. It's about poisoning of Justin Bieber and what's her name? Britney Spears by the catering service. With a poison that will make them insane to sell more records and stuff. And kill them. According to the video, you can watch Hollywood star Wecker Confession. And Hollywood star Wecker exposed. So if it's real and they want to pretend that it's fake, then they make fake controlled opposition to themselves. Because the best way to lead opposition is to lead it yourself, to quote Lenin. This one is 151,983. So they both don't have much viewers. Not many viewers.
Prince murder cover-up emerges. It is becoming increasingly clear there is a mainstream media cover-up conspiracy about Prince's death. We're being fed half-truths and outright lies, and the April 29, 2016 4 comments. Police have reportedly launched a murder investigation into Prince's death with insiders believing it is extremely likely the star was killed in eerily similar circumstances to Michael Jackson. Police. Prince was murdered. Police have reportedly launched a murder investigation into Prince's death with insiders believing it is extremely likely the star was killed in eerily. April 27, 2016 107 comments. Was Prince murdered by execs in the Illuminati record industry? Was Prince murdered by the Illuminati record industry? Loved by millions and more royal than Elizabeth II, Prince was a one-off, a genius songwriter, performer and musician. But this pint-sized gift to the world.
universalpeace.jimdo.com
Police. Prince was murdered. yournewswire.com.
Yeah, I just wanted to read this stuff because Prince was a vegetarian and I like vegetarians. Plus it's kind of weird because he looked healthy. And it's weird that Prince and Michael Jackson both died at such a young age. Robin Williams. And then there's, what's his name, Robert Palmer, etc. So some people think that it was Illuminati blood oath murder. And Queen Elizabeth was supposedly celebrating her 90th birthday on the day Prince died. So I thought I'd read this, and then it would be selfish if I wouldn't share it with you all. And of course I've watched other videos of people reporting about this. I have much backlight, but I am nude, if you can see it. Anyway, so I do promote nudity. Nudism is good. Also, so your penis can grow if you're male. If you wear tight underwear that might cut off your penis growth and blood flow, that's no good. And that may be why Negroes have a larger penis. So in the Western world, people have been wearing underwear a long time now. Time to take it off.
Prince murder cover-up emerges. There is a lot of misinformation flying around at the moment. Be careful what you believe. Prince deserves nothing less. Posted on April 29, 2016 by Baxter Dmitry in News, US. For comments. Prince murder cover-up emerges. There is a lot of misinformation flying around at the moment. Be careful what you believe. Prince deserves nothing less. It is becoming increasingly clear there is a mainstream media cover-up conspiracy about Prince's death. We're being fed half-truths and outright lies, and the official version of events being reported by the media is implausible to say the least. We need to start asking some questions. It is the very least Prince deserves. Last Thursday, TMZ took a break from their usual pastime of paying paparazzi to throw sand in celebrities' faces so they can photograph the celebs looking pissed off, and decided to break with tradition and report on some real news instead. They broke the exclusive story of Prince's tragic death, 1 hour after the legendary pop star passed away. That's right, a mere 1 hour after Prince died. TMZ had a complete backstory, witnesses, photos, names, times, medical statements, 911 tape, and likely cause of death. Is that even possible? Or were TMZ fed the complete concocted story by their mysterious overlords, ready packaged to be quickly and easily digested by the unsuspecting public? Mainstream media misinformation. Mainstream media quickly followed TMZ, a Time Warner company, and ran with the same convenient story. At first they tried to convince us Prince was a junkie. Now they are suggesting he died of AIDS. There is a lot of misinformation flying around at the moment. Be careful what you believe. Prince deserves nothing less. Let's get to the bottom of this. Cover-up conspiracy exposed. A comment was left on the TMZ article by user T. Jackson outlining credibility problems within the article and the official version of events. This comment and follow-up comments were swiftly deleted. Why are we being silenced by the news sources pushing the official version of events? What have they got to hide? Here is T. Jackson's censored comment. 1. You can see by the reflection of the clouds in the rear window of the SUV and the lack of shadows that this photo was taken midday in Minnesota. TMZ wouldn't know because they are on the West Coast. Prince outside Walgreens. 2. The photo above is not the parking lot of Walgreens. It's most likely the back parking lot of the DMV office located at 4100 Lakeview Avenue North, Robbinsdale, Minnesota, 55422, where Prince recently got his updated driver's license. You can search that address on Google and see it for yourself. 3. Genesis Healthplex and Trinity Regional deny that Prince was admitted to their hospital, and neither dispatched emergency personnel to the Moline Airport at 1 a.m., Prince's final performance before he was killed. 4. Prince just finished 2 performances in front of thousands of people who claim he was healthy, alive and sharp. Opiate addicts are not healthy and sharp and cannot sing and dance. The truth is, Prince just completed his 50-page manuscript detailing his findings of the entertainment industry and those behind it and how they influence government. Prince was a slave who outsmarted his masters. He was taken out, in eerily similar circumstances to Michael Jackson, Do not believe the media cover-up conspiracy about latest posts. The Queen says 4 more icons must die in 2016. Celebrity deaths in 2016 are serving as a warning to other famous, powerful people. Join the Illuminati and submit to the power of the cult. Or die. Any celebrities remaining in the limelight in 2017 will be entirely tame and controlled creatures. This is part of the Illuminati plan. Prince 3. Prince had thousands of songs stashed in secret vault. Prince cremated in secret memorial service. Prince donated $50,000 to 9/11 Truth protest event. Prince. Police launch murder probe into Prince's death. YourNewsWire.com. Steve Keys 9 days ago. Surely this is satire? 3 reply share. Avatar. Paterus Yelch Steve Keys 7 days ago. You're whip smart. You are. Reply share. Avatar. Steve Keys Paterus Yelch 3 days ago. Thanks. Reply share. Avatar. Dick Moody Steve Keys 14 hours ago. Both of you should probably look up the arrest warrant that is out for the Queen. Reply share. Avatar. BZFGT Steve Keys 8 days ago. Do you think? Reply share. Avatar. John Adams 9 days ago. Hang the evil bitch. Fuck the crown. Americans should have killed all the redcoats. 4 reply share. Avatar. Ginger Cat 7 days ago. Tell you what though, Putin is part of the NWO play. If he weren't, he'd be a dead guy. 2 reply share. Avatar. Joe Schmo 8 days ago. Bullshit story. So this Windsor insider is coming out with this the day after this supposedly happened? I call bullshit. 2 reply share. Avatar. Ginger Cat Joe Schmo 7 days ago. 1-800 call bullshit. Reply share. Avatar. Angelic 7 days ago. Does he get paid to write this crap? 1 reply share. Avatar. Kimberly L 7 days ago. Haha, never in my life I would see a pic of a female Mr. Burns. Homer Simpson's boss. LMAO. 1 reply share. Avatar. Johnny Mars 9 days ago. Charlie Sheen. Ed Asner. Rosie O'Donnell. Woody Harrelson. Sean Penn. Matt Damon on hit list. 1 reply share. Avatar. Perry Z. Johnny Mars 9 days ago. Why would they be? Aren't they all, with the possible exception of Charlie Sheen, among the most fanatically far left, politically correct celebrities in Hollywood? 3 reply share. Avatar. Sophia 4 days ago. You sir are most hilarious. Hopefully it won't have to be 5. Head me PMSL. Reply share. Avatar. Animalnet 8 days ago. What a complete load of bull. I've never read such utter rubbish. Reply share. Avatar. BZFGT Animalnet 8 days ago. Yeah, Elton's been in the fold since day 1. 1 reply share. Avatar. Paterus Yelch Animalnet 7 days ago. Whoosh. Reply share. Avatar. Gaudy ranks 8 days ago. Interesting. Reply share. Avatar. WPG Radio 9 days ago. Ginger Cat WPG Radio 7 days ago. Hello bullshit. WPG Radio calling you. Reply share. Avatar. WPG Radio Ginger Cat 7 days ago. Cool. Show me some creds, Ginger. No need to be AF can douche about it. I'm a long-time truth seeker, but I want facts, not specs. Reply share, Avatar, Alex. 9 days ago, I'm willing to believe any claim, as long as we know that the source of information is legit. So, who would have leaked this, especially if it was a small birthday party? I'm skeptic. Reply share, Avatar, Ginger Cat. Alex. 7 days ago, who do you suppose served them in this small birthday party? I bet it wasn't a buffet. The walls have ears. One reply share, powered by Discuss. Subscribe, add Discuss to your site privacy.
universalpeace.jimda.com.
Baby, when I get my money, we'll give you my blessing.
Universal Peace.
When you left me, babe, you left me feeling so blue. You know, babe, I didn't love no one but you. So please, baby, please, baby, won't you come back to your daddy one more time?
Police. Prince was murdered. Posted on April 27, 2016. By Baxter Dmitry in News, US 106 comments. Police have reportedly launched a murder investigation into Prince's death, with insiders believing it is extremely likely the star was killed in eerily similar circumstances to Michael Jackson. Foul play suspected. Detectives are looking into whether Prince was overprescribed pharmaceutical drugs as a way of causing his death. They have put a crack team of investigators in place and are refusing to rule out a criminal homicide charge. He was definitely killed. We just have to find out who did it, said a police insider. Suspicious circumstances confirmed. His heirs decided to cremate him the day after his death. What are they hiding? His final Instagram post, published a week before his death, contained the message "just when you thought you were safe." Was this message a reference to the record industry hellhounds on his tail, an enemy he had spent his life fighting? To make matters even more suspicious, the caption on this Instagram post was mysteriously deleted after his death. Prince predicted his own death on Instagram. A few days before his death, at his last public appearance, Prince told fans to wait a few days before you waste your prayers. These sound like the words of someone who knew the Illuminati record industry had him in their crosshairs. History repeats. Same old dirty tricks. The parallels with Michael Jackson's death are astonishing. Who will wrest control of Prince's enormous back catalog now he is dead? Will Warner Brothers buy the rights to his music from his heirs in a cut-price deal, the same way Sony got their hands on Michael Jackson's catalog after his death? And who gets control over the thousands of unreleased songs in his vault? It has been suggested by music industry sources that his songs could be used for the next 100 years by manufactured, replaceable, corporate enslaved pop stars. Keep your eye on who comes calling to break into the vault and recycle those songs. It could be very revealing. Prince and Michael Jackson, both silenced by the Illuminati record industry. R.I.P. Prince and Michael Jackson, both silenced by the Illuminati record industry. R.I.P. About latest posts. (106 comments). Sally 3 days ago, completely false. I live in Chanhassen and the police have no evidence of said reports. Stop the media rumors and let the man rest in peace for goodness sakes. 8 reply share, Avatar, Enid condoled Sally 2 days ago. Wow, somebody still believes the police, the biggest gang in America. WOW. The police have no evidence of said reports. Forget what his close friends say. 4 reply share, Avatar, Enid condoled 2 days ago. The 1 reply share, Avatar F. Greg Marsali 2 days ago. Obviously you have documented proof about what you are stating, right? 1 reply share, Avatar, Nick Sally a day ago, clueless. Reply share, Avatar, Music Biz Fraud 4 days ago. How many unreleased Prince songs will Warner Brothers claim were recorded between 1978 and 1996? According to Susan Rogers, Prince's former recording engineer, I wanted us to have everything he'd ever recorded. I called up the studios he'd been using and said, have you got any Prince tapes? She told Azar, saying there were 2,000 unreleased songs when she left in 1989. This is his legacy. We need to protect these things. Underneath the picture below that paragraph in the Daily News report titled, Prince's Secret Vault of Unreleased Music could produce albums for another 100 years, it also says Warner Music Group, represented by Stu Bergen, CEO, International and Global Commercial Services, C. still owns half the rights to Prince's music recorded between 1978 and 1996. Notice it says recorded and not released, and Susan Rogers says there were 2,000 unreleased songs when she left in 1989. 1989 fits in between 1978 and 1996, don't it? So that would mean that Warner Brother could slash is going to try to claim they own 50% of those alleged exact number of 2,000 songs. What if I told you that all 11 songs on Hit and Run / Phase 1, NPG Records 2015, came from the exact 2,000 songs that Susan Rogers says she remembers in 1989 but forgot to mention to CNN or Warner Brother until after Prince died? Her favorite hidden gem indicating Prince was hiding songs from Warner Brothers, aka stealing his own music, is Moonbeam Levels, a single recorded in 1982. Notice she gives the year that she dubbed unbelievably beautiful. Prince already broke those chains. Don't even try it. http://www.nidalynews.com/p Delphine Boy Music? Prince sound at his masters? Reprints? NPG? 4 reply share, Avatar, Robert Lawson Music Biz Fraud 3 days ago. He owned all of those recordings as of the new deal with WB. So control of those go to his family. 3 reply share, Avatar, Tara Sanchez Martin Robert Lawson 3 days ago. Then they buy from his family and reap for years to come. Everyone wants? 3 reply share, Avatar, Dan Jones 3 days ago. Cremate him the day after, no autopsy for Scalia, and what else? Always be a light that is shining in the dark. 6 reply share, Avatar, Crabby Old Lady Dan Jones 2 days ago. Their WAS and autopsy, we just need to wait for results, which always take a while. 1 reply share, Avatar, Carol Crabby Old Lady a day ago. They said the autopsy was unconclusive, very strange. Reply share, Avatar, Crabby Old Lady Carol a day ago. Our local news reports the results will take several weeks. I am in St. Paul, Minnesota. 1 reply share, Avatar, James Smith Dan Jones 2 days ago. Scalia is and was a collaborating Israel war criminal. Period. https jamesmith.com/2015/ dot 1 reply share, Avatar, Aztecs James Smith 12 hours ago, so it is okay for him to be murdered? Does not make it okay. Reply share, Avatar, J. Berkey 2 days ago, is extremely corrupt. Our system of education is designed to be the greatest deceiving instructions. Just like the music business, it's designed to steal your talent and allow someone else to profit off your natural gift. We have this thing called patented products, where you create something innovative and you have to legally get ownership of it, to stop others from making claim as the first developers or creators of it. Whites, being slave owners, stole plenty of their innovative ideas from black people who were slaves. Many of our civilized ideas and products were produced and created by slaves who weren't allowed to read and write, so these white slave owners came up with a system that gave them proprietorship over the discoveries made by these black slaves. Our Federal Reserve, that's owned by this one white family, makes sure they get a piece of everything through the power of taxation. The music business is the worst of all businesses in this country and across the world, where they literally buy your gift and sell you to the highest bidder, and all you get is 5 to 10 cents on every dollar earned by these companies. So, if an artist is worth $1 billion, you can only imagine how much more these white-owned companies are worth. We are talking 100 of billions in revenue. It's completely sad how evil these people are in the music business. If there's $1 to be made, be sure to know the devil will be right there. SMH. To reply, share, Avatar, DJ Berkey 2 days ago. You're kidding, right? My grandparents were white and lived just as poor as any slave back when there were slaves. My grandmother and her siblings live in a 2-room shack, missed a lot of school because they had to be in the fields with a sack picking cotton by hand in the hot sun. They were lucky to have a decent pair of shoes. So before you go being all white, this white that, stop and think. There are plenty of white folk who came up from a hard life and worked hard and made something of themselves so they could provide a better life for their kids. Drop the color stuff. We are all just people. And the sooner everyone sees each other that way, the sooner we can let all this manufactured crap for political gain go. You are being used by the white politicians to cause unrest between races so that the black community will stand behind them. Reality is, if you support the Democrats, you support holding the black race down. That is the Democrats' goal, hold their thumb over you and not let you succeed. They are the party that was against race equality. They've just found a new way to control you. So think first, then vote. And again, things will never change until we start seeing each other as people. No color, just people. To reply, share, one other person is typing. Avatar, dog without slippers, D 2 days ago. Yes, came to America as a 12-year-old from England with my mother and sister. My mother was a chemist in England, having worked in that field for years after graduating the University of Manchester. She could not work in her profession because she did not have an American college degree. She cleaned and scrubbed people's houses. I did not have any white privilege opportunities, working hard to support myself, going to college at nights. Never graduated, but both of my kids have master's degrees and excellent jobs, the American dream. So when I hear that blacks have it bad, I say, pick yourself up and work. This is America. To reply, share, Avatar, dog without slippers, a day ago. I have lots of black friends who are very successful and raise good families and hold their heads high in the communities. They worked and respected their fellow man regardless of color. Those who scream racism are victims of their own failures, and you sound like one of them. Instead of hate, look within and admit that you screwed up. I bet you were a poor and disrespectable student and finished at the bottom of your classes. Your fault. You blame others for your own faults. You are pitiful. Go join a riot and get shot. One reply, share, Avatar, Hindalogo, dog without slippers, 20 hours ago. Even successful blacks don't escape the white cultural bias America holds so dear. What in God's name is the matter with you? Are you desperate to not feel guilty about your advantages, or are you just stupid? Money helps, but it is not the panacea for the system of white supremacy. Get a clue. Reply, share, Avatar, Hindalogo, dog without slippers, 19 hours ago. You are one, possibly two short of a dozen. White privilege is not only money. When will you learn this? It is frustrating and infuriating when I hear ignorance such as yours. White privilege is ubiquitous, yet dummies like you claim not to see it. You don't sound like a youngster, so what is your problem? Reply, share, Avatar, Marisol, dog without slippers, a day ago. If you were born with pasty white skin, you had privileges. You can always take your white ass back to England, as no one invited you here. You nor your family had anything to do with the making of America. Yet just because you have the ugly melaninless complexion, that gave you carte blanche in America. So if you never walked in a black man's shoes, you need to STFU. Reply, share, Avatar, to Mac Marisol, 17 hours ago. I never hear black people in England screaming racism. One reply, share, Avatar, Dog without slippers Marisol a day ago. You are a racist asshole, and what is wrong with this country? Crawl back into your hole and die, motherfin CKER. 1 reply share. Avatar, Steve Whitcomb. Dog without slippers 8 hours ago. Forget him. They spawn some dangerously stupid people that shame the fine ones. They think it tough to drive past with a machine murdering their own and anyone unfortunate enough to think it's safe to walk in their neighborhoods and respect values that define them as sociopaths. They whine about something that ended 100 years ago, look for a white face amongst the legions of Ivory Coast Negro tribes responsible for their kidnappings, and I've seen them gang up on unarmed and innocent people of any color and brutally murder them, throwing masonry on their heads, mass kicking of one man like Tupac's entourage, women on trains slapping complete strangers because she didn't like his shirt, and always with these lies as their premise, as if it justifies a psychopath always conveniently neglecting just as many whites died freeing them. And they carry more race hatred than any race existent, and South Africa is now the rape capital of the world. Instead of blaming their failure on pathologically and totally unrestrained emotional reflexes, they continue to repeat the same mistakes over and over, the true mark of an idiot. Historically, there has not been one single culture that has at some stage in history not been enslaved. Only entities like this can whine indefinitely, spitting venom, then wonder why they fill prisons with their cold-blooded murderers, and can't be employed. And they carry the hatred instead, replacing it with constructive and healthy concepts as if imbecility is a virtue. No one has been given so many chances and blown them all than this kind of man. Do not even try to reason with them. Stay well away from them. They are trouble personified and typified by Rwanda mass hackings and many other typical examples, yet never own their irresponsibility as a possible cause. No good ever comes from interfacing with psychotics of any race or ethnicity. When I have tried to serve them with kindness, once actually risking my life to save a rape victim and taking her home, I was nearly murdered for my trouble, but for quick thinking, stay away from them. They're killing themselves off like morons as we speak. 1 reply share. Avatar, Dog without slippers D a day ago. D. Facts like this do not penetrate the hateful minds of racists who are failures of their own design. 1 reply share. Avatar, Hindalogo D 19 hours ago. D. Your family simply didn't find a way to exploit their whiteness. But as long as you are white, there is always a chance. Your wealthy white elite of the opulent class is guilty of everything this article suggests. Therefore color does matter. It is a sad fact, not our doing but of the white race. If, as you say, we're all just people, then why do whites feel freer and have more money per household than black Americans? Is it because you are smarter? Reply share. Avatar, Steve Whitcomb Hindalogo 7 hours ago. People like Quincy and many other fine men from disadvantaged demographics have proved it is entirely possible to succeed if you take responsibility for your own unbridled emotional adjuncts. You think speaking the way you do motivates anyone of any color to take a chance on you other than other coteries of prison fodder? If so, you're living in a dream world. You're making color matter and doing no service to your own wise enough to make it work and discredit your argument. It's like a big warning sign saying avoid this nut. He probably got an Uzi and then will cry the same song. Why am I prison after murdering innocent people, and mainly always your own? Get wise, man. The world is a mirror that will reflect your own input most of the time, and among whites are many different tribes not so easily pigeonholed and generalized as a white skin. In case you haven't noticed, saying the word nigga is offensive, but and then people thinking they are entitled to abuse brothers with it is rampant hypocrisy, and I've witnessed this pattern repeated and typified in many ways. You could win if manifested any one virtue perfectly, as they are all inherent, but while you manifest jealousy, lust, anger, hatred, you're on a losing horse, man, and there's nothing smart or respectable about a poor strategy. If you're losing, it's because you quit. Something I had to learn, that tasted like bitter humble pie myself. Reply share. Avatar, to Mac J. Boogie 17 hours ago. If it's all white, explained Dr. Dre. Reply share. Avatar J. Roy J. Boogie 2 days ago. Sad that Emin has no law against anyone now using his likeness on merchandise. The lowlifes are already out there in droves selling things in his name. Reply share. Avatar, Dog without slippers J. Boogie 2 days ago. Name a couple of the stolen inventions. Reply share, avatar, a fear dog without slippers 2 days ago, Louis Alexander light control, photoelectric cell, burglar alarm, television tubes, Harrison Allen ignition of solid propellant rocket motors, Jeremiah Baltimore, 1852 invented stationary steam engine, Banks, Charles M. released valve, jack, hydraulic jack January 10, 1933, September 2, 1930, May 13, 1931 1,893,757, 1,774,693, 1,758,640, Andrew Beard, 1849 to 1921, invented railroad car. Coupler, J.W., Benton derrick for hoisting, Henry Blair, 1804 to 1860, invented corn and cotton planting devices, recognized as the first black man to receive a U.S. patent. Corn planter October 14, 1834, cotton planter August 31, 1836, David Boker inner tube, Henry Bowman flags, Otis Boykin control unit for artificial heart stimulator, electrical device used on all guided missiles and IBM computers, patents issued to Otis Boykin. Hugh Brown, 1851 to 1923, invented device to govern position of dampers in a furnace. Maria Van Britten Brown and Albert L. Brown, 151-158 135th Avenue, Jamaica, New York, 11434 home security system utilizing television surveillance. December 2, 1969 3,482,037, Solomon Brown assisted Stanley Morrison development of telegraph device, Charles Bryant auto seatbed, Solomon Brown assisted Stanley Morrison development of telegraph device, Charles Bryant auto seatbed, George Carruthers ultraviolet spectrograph, Oscar Castle flight machine, 1925, David N. Crosthwaite, Jr., 1891 to 1976, holds patents on heating systems, thermostats and refrigeration. Shelby J. Davidson invented postal and other office equipment, Joseph Hunter Dickinson improved musical instruments and player pianos, pianola. Detroit, Michigan, 1889, William Douglas various inventions for harvesting, James Doyle invented automatic serving system, Wilbur Dyer satellite tracker, Frank J. Farrell invented valves for steam engines, 8 patents for steam valves, 1890 to 1893. Steam trap February 11, 1890 420,993, James Fortin, 1766 to 1842, invented apparatus for managing sales, sale control Massachusetts newspaper 1850, Meredith Cordine device to directly convert gas into high voltage electricity, exhaust purification device for automobiles, air pollution measuring device, generators for power stations, Hale automobile. 1928, Lord Augustus Hill patented methods of preserving and sterilizing foods, Hershenson. Bernard, New York, New York. Hardin. Joanna, New York, New York. Keyboard stand February 23, 1993 5,188,321. On, you're marked. Get set. Coke, Soufflé de Paul Clay. I fucked myself up. I am clinically insane. You too. We all are. Just do it, do it, do it. We must depopulate the earth. We are overcrowded. I can feel it. I can sense it. I am a true sensei ninja person. But seriously, we are all dead soon if no cure against aging is found. Some of us may be growing younger. Everything is energy. Welcome to Ivona text-to-speech slut wizard. To continue press into her. They do not brain control us so we cannot trust anything we think. I thought we had a right to physical integrity but, of course, you do not. Of course anyone can modify their cancer-causing microwave oven to beam their neighbor. It may even be legal since pressing charges of directed energy weapon attacks is impossible. I am surprised there are no videos of making your own microwave weapon by modifying a microwave oven on YouTube. There are videos about making your own EMP generator on YouTube however, not because I'm a VIP. Because I have a EMP. For videos of scalar orbs making the illegal crop circles and flying next to the Concorde, universalpeace.jimdo.com, watch my channel on YouTube for my latest videos, youtube.com/user/ Ulrich B.C. Hoffman with double F and double N, Ulrich B.C. Hoffman. Everything changes constantly. Nothing lasts forever. Energy lasts forever. Whatever. There must be a way. Spielberg. I'm still there. Jesus Christ. That's long. Facial compilation. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y Z. It's clearly psychological warfare of the military-industrial complex. The Tate murders, Marilyn Manson, etc. all set up to make people think hippies are bad. So a Jew instituted the 440 Hz hysteria-inducing standard tuning frequency, and now another Jewish person is making money of 528 Hz equals 444 Hz standard tuned music. 528 Hz equals C5, 444 Hz, or plus 16 cents. Free will is an illusion because the brainwave is electromagnetic. People cannot think their own thoughts when their brainwave is modified. The free will fantasy is propagated by them to keep on their brain control machine, synthetic telepathy machine, CMELEC patent apparatus for remotely monitoring and altering brainwaves. This is why they want to depopulate the earth to 500 million, a quote more controllable number unquote. How to tune your guitar so you can't play along anymore. Paul McCartney plays in 528-528records.com. Panama Papers, smoking, Wiccan Surrey CT scan, Pukulayuk, first used the term psychoanalysis 1896. I need a side chica that needs a side guy. They'll never find out about all the things I talk about. Many of my writings reflect my loneliness, my tortured state, and the feeling of neglect. I is in pain. Monstano Lynch. They are depopulating the earth. I mean, what do you mean? Immunize yourself against mind reading by lying to yourself. The lie is the vaccine. I'll do this, I'll do that, blah blah. This way it becomes unclear to the neural network if you are lying or not. Global government equals pedo, NWO equals genocide. How do you know iodine works on centipedes? Do you know there is a centipede species that produces iodine? Are you sure it's not tapeworm or some other parasite the iodine is effective on? Jesuit peace. Do your duty. Shake your boobies and your booty. Stay free, y'all. Depopulation reduction. Alex Jones calls it Nazi eugenics to hide it's done by Jewish people and to hide it's genocide, brain control, torture, and miseducation. universalpeace.jimdo.com, youtube.com/user/ Ulrich Kaufmann, SKYP, Prologic 999, email, ulrichkaufmann@gmail.com. Saigon Zion, was there someone you know that had them inside? I would like to know how you know iodine is effective in killing centipedes also, because there are other people that have written me they think they have centipedes inside their body. Taking iodine is good anyway whether you have them or not. Also I asked because there is a millipede type that produces iodine in its venom, so I am worried that it could make the problem worse. I have been taking Lugal solution now, about 12 drops daily, but to no avail yet. Any idea about dosages? My father's and my life may depend on iodine's effectiveness, and the doctors cannot even diagnose pseudoparasitism of myriapods, centipedes in humans, correctly. Even after showing them a centipede I caught in the UMC hospital and markings in my poop in the shape of the centipede, they misdiagnosed me with delusional parasitosis. I have to pretend there are no centipedes in my body, otherwise they start forcibly drugging me with chemical, thus cancer-causing drugs for a mental illness I do not have. If a patient shows a centipede or other insect the patient caught, it is clear it cannot be a delusion nor hallucination because the centipede is real. Several people's lives may depend on this, and I'll be forever grateful if iodine works, but I'd like to know everything you know about removing centipedes from the human body with iodine. A lot of the stories in the Old Testament are in fact plagiarized material, particularly from the rich mythical heritage of the Sumerians, the inventors of writing. The story of Noah and the flood story, the creation of man out of clay, Cain and Abel, the gardens of Eden, the tree of knowledge, creation of Eve from Adam's rib, and numerous other myths, like the throwing of Moses in the river after he was born, are all but stories found recorded on Sumerian clay tablets dating 5,000 years back in time, replacing Ziusudra with Noah, Enki with Adam, Sargon of Akkad with Moses, Aden with Yahweh, and most importantly Pharaoh with the king of Egypt. The Hebrew scribes gave the world one of its most inconsistent and dangerous books ever. In a cunning way, the Hebrew scribes, as they wrote down the scripture of their Bible, had plagiarized the ancient Near Eastern wisdom and claimed it theirs, copying the ancient and profound Egyptian Mesopotamian mythology by a bunch of mysterious Hebrew scribes was, from my perspective, the beginning of the deterioration of human religious thinking. https ashraf62.wordpress.com/2012/08/19/ Hebrew-Bible-plagiarized-mythology-and-deface-monotheism/ They break lights and people's electronic devices with Haarp, and Haarp is used to torture and brain control people, not satellites nor cancer microwave radiation. Because of their inquisition and their stupid lie that they believe there are many people that kill all believers indiscriminately, they remember what the believers have done to their ancestors and now they are hitting back. For videos of scalar orbs making the illegal crop circles and flying next to the Concorde, universalpeace.jimdo.com, watch my channel on YouTube for my latest videos, youtube.com/user/Ulrich B.C. Hoffman with double F and double N, Ulrich B.C. Hoffman. The Nuke World Order, the file, real load. Do you remember if you read it somewhere, or was there a human or animal iodine was effective on for treating pseudoparasitism of myriapoda in humans, centipedes in humans? Many people have contacted me with centipede in their bodies and they are all misdiagnosed by their doctors, so they want a cure fast as you can imagine. Perhaps there is a veterinarian or someone else out there with an effective cure? Please let us know via this YouTube reply section. They cannot ban iodine like they cannot make collecting rainwater forbidden. Lucas iodine solution is sold on ebay.co.uk and many people sell it online and in pharmacies. The EU did not ban iodine for water purification. They demanded, under a regulation called REACH, that suppliers had to register the use of all chemicals and supply proof that they did what they claimed they did. No iodine water treatment supplier was willing to do the tests. The Gospel of Hitler, Jesuit serpent seed emerald emissary. The World Wars, I and II, never existed. They just made it up to make people think wars are normal. They are not. Peace is normal. War is always a crime and insane. There is no evidence that proves beyond any reasonable doubt that there was a world war. The World War lie was concocted by the Jesuit serpents that want a world war to create the Luciferian New World Order and to maintain wars in the Middle East for cancer oil and to enslave the world with cancer oil. Danny Klein's water-powered car, patent proves this beyond any reasonable doubt. The involvement of the Baxters is clear, but many people do not know the Jesuits are a military order and that they have tortured 50 million innocent people, including children, to death in their Inquisition, and that they have induced cancer in millions of people with their cancer Haarp. I do not believe the Jesuit world wars did not exist. That would imply the Holocaust did not either. I believe all their stories. The chief suspects in the earthquake, tsunami and nuclear terror attacks against Japan are U.S. Senator J. Rockefeller and the Bush Nazi faction of the U.S. corporate and criminal government. Rockefeller is a power broker behind GE, the company that manufactured the flawed reactors now spewing radiation in Fukushima. In addition, U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Kurt Campbell, acting as an envoy for Rockefeller, met with Japanese power broker Ichiro Ozawa on March 9, 2 days before the earthquake, tsunami and nuclear disaster hit Japan. During that meeting, Campbell promised that if Ozawa cancelled his plans to split the ruling Democratic Party of Japan, Japanese public prosecutors would stop persecuting him, according to Japanese imperial family and Democratic Party sources. Ozawa was also promised control of zeolite deposits in Fukushima Prefecture, the sources said. Zeolite is used to clean up radioactive waste. It is also worth noting that Senator Rockefeller once wrote an introduction to a book by Ozawa, TRDV 9001 KMZ, Complain Go Away Plane, Goodyear Baby. My latest YouTube video, climativeViewer.org Google Earth Haarp Lair, smoking helps protect against lung cancer. Office of Naval Research confirms U.S. Navy labs create plasma spheres using HAARP. Perhaps Michael Jackson wanted to become Muslim because he knew what the Jesuits did to the WTC and he did not want to be part of that anymore. He was a vegetarian. I like his art and ideas about love, smoke and pills. What layer for Google Earth is this and where can I download it? Victims are prayers, lead and polyester. Sperm is pure protein vitamin goodness. My latest YouTube video, Shielding Against Scalar Waves Haarp-Directed Energy Brain Control with Synthetic Telepathy Impossible. The Selfless Self. The Bible is a collection of plagiarized myths that was used by people to torture 50 million innocent people to death, including children. The right to freedom of speech is absolute when people are alone. People have a right to privacy, which the Haarp tortures that have killed my mother seem to ignore completely. I think there are no targeted individuals that are real criminals, and the people depopulating the earth are super criminals. Sekai. I do not use meth, which always causes amphetamine psychosis, at least temporarily. Best to avoid all chemical, thus cancer-causing, prescription, drugs. I will try more diatomaceous earth, very good tip I think. Also trying iodine and colloidal silver, absinthe, the herb not alcohol, did not work either. If the centipedes have also entered my brain via my sinuses, Haarp may be my only hope. They run from the light, nocturnal predatorial scavengers, so I do not think a doctor would be successful in removing them all. Niclosamide could be effective, at least it is effective in treating millipedes in the human body. Watch parasites in the human body videos on YouTube. Some of these insects are deadly, so you smash to prevent them from entering your homes, especially the fucking GMO insects. Air cleaner with ionizer, radiological water filter may come in handy, astragalus root powder, telomerase. I hope people that have not tortured me and are not accomplices become eternal, and I think the AI might create a permanent cure against aging soon, because everything is energy. It only needs to find more ways to control energy. Never sleep in a house where you saw a centipede. They are pseudo-parasites. I think that, with synthetic telepathy being real, using hybrid insects for surveillance purposes is insane. These Satanists get off on torturing the best of us, including children, to death with these remotely controlled centipedes and drinking their blood. They are programmed to depopulate the non-Jew and the Jew, anybody that is not a part of their Luciferian global government, and they have murdered millions of us already. You can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. Abraham Lincoln. Muesli package dope. DOA equals Department of Anarchy. NSA equals no such agency. CIA equals Coke in America. WHO equals Committee of 300, the Club of Rome's subversive body. XTCDC. The Samson options are on the table. LOL. Demink is not mentioned in the WikiLeaks papers. If you don't pant, then they know you are the beast. This is why we all must pant. Psychological warfare. Defense, direct energy. Obama's weapon.com. Because their IQ is too low, they talk about IQ'd. Suppressive technology. People. Lead. Pow. Air. Hoo-ha, kitty kitty diddy bomb diddy boom. Watch Hollywood star whacker on YouTube about the poisoning of Britney Spears, Justin Bieber, and possibly Prince by the catering service, because they supposedly make more money of dead artists than living ones, and or satanic Illuminati human blood sacrifice rituals. Watch out for obvious controlled opposition people such as Mark Dice that will try to guide you away from the truth and label people that think they have evidence that proves they were Illuminati blood sacrifices as insane. They pretend to be opposition to themselves and come up with loads of misinformation and lies, though their main message can be true. For example, Henry Mecco about Jewish Nazi SS officers and Masonic Jews plan to control the world. Nazi Jews did exist and are listed on Wikipedia, but people like Göring were obviously not Nazi Jews like Mr. Mecco claims or is trying to make us believe on his website. On his page henrymecco.com we read, of Jewish descent, or being related to Jewish families were the leader and Reichschancellor Adolf Hitler, his representatives the Reichsminister Rudolf Hess, the Reichsmarschall Hermann Göring, the Reichsleader of the NSDAP Gregor Strasser, Dr. Joseph Goebbels, Alfred Rosenberg, Hans Frank, Heinrich Himmler, the Reichsminister von Ribbentrop, who pledged close friendship with the famous Zionist Chaim Weizmann, the first head of the State of Israel who died in 1952. Von Kudel. Field Commanders Globuknik, the Jewish destructor. Jordan and Wilhelm Hube. The great SS leaders Reinhard Heydrich, Erich von dem Boxeluski and von Kudel too, who also were active in the destruction of Jews. All of them were members of the secret Thule Order/Society. Bronder, before Hitler came, 1964. The Jewish people, and indeed all religions and nations, are led by Frankist, Illuminati, Satanists. They're lackeys and dupes. We read on his webpage. But in reality the Jesuits control the NSA and outrank the police and military. I think it is possible the Hollywood Star Whacker video is just to cover up the Illuminati blood sacrifices for money and fame, targeted for death, life insurance, star whacking and big money. Pizza on TV show, 5 months ago 4,479 views. Freemasonry is a Jewish establishment, whose history, grades, official appointments, passwords, and explanations are Jewish from beginning to end. Rabbi Isaac Wise, http://www.whale.to/b/ Jews_and_freemasonry.html. All roads lead to Rome. April 21, 2016. Well-wishers celebrate Queen Elizabeth's 90th birthday in London. Interesting, the Queen celebrated her 90th birthday on the day Prince died. The fruits of Internet. Mark dies. Comedian Bill Burr drops Bilderberg bomb on Hillary on Conan O'Brien. The tables are burning. Reasons Prince Rogers Nelson may have been killed. Some say he made homophobic remarks. The fact he mentioned the word chemtrails in a rare interview. Trouble with his record company Warner Brothers may have been the real reason. See Hollywood Star Whackers. Illuminati blood sacrifices. Michael Jackson died on June 25, 2009. 3 days after summer solstice. James Brown died on December 25, 2006. 3 days after winter solstice. Read more, mediaexposed.tumblr.com. My latest YouTube video is entitled, Skull and Bones equals Jesuits. Possible goal: World War over Iran to depopulate to 500 million. Get a radiological water filter so a nuclear world war cannot kill you. Only big cities will be nuked. See book Harmonic 33. Skull and Bones equals cancer. Haarp in Poker Flats, Alaska. Skull and Bones is merely a chapter of the German Illuminati, founded by the Jesuit Adam Weishaupt. Luxfervi.org.uk. Confession number 18. Inside Illuminati Lodge. Skull and Bones. ArcticBeacon.com. The torture with directed energy weapons started under Bush, and perhaps they kill everyone that merely mentions Skull and Bones. The interviewer that interviewed Bush and Kerry and asked them about their membership of Skull and Bones, Tim Russert, was dead at a very young age of an apparent heart attack, which is easy for them to induce with Haarp. Of course Kerry is a Skull and Bones member. It is very likely they will make sure Iran does not meet one of their agreements, and they have still planned a world war over Iran, which cannot pose any threat to Israel with its missile shield, the Iron Dome and others, and scalar weapons, directed energy weapons, have made nuclear weapons obsolete. The Haarp inventor, see Haarp patent, is now dead as well. Bernhard Eastland. Only erotic ideas are allowed or permissible. The rest or non-erotic ideas are the evil inclination, of course. Make love go ill, it's a vest. Safety fur. So remember, only real erotic ideas are permissible. The rest is the evil inclination. Fighting one another is bad and making love is good, okay? Right as in alright, I get it. I is in aim, pain, rain, claim, bye-bye, IIOY, AI, for the sky, ISSI don't SS, house quake, house sinkhole. How long before I forget to frown? United States, off. A miracle. Hey Pompeii, astronauts depopulating the Earth. But at least they are not creating a crisis. The beast is humor. International fake station hologram. Cost, 100 billion. Max speed, 27,600 kilometers per hour. Source, the evil Google NL. Depopulate the people that want to depopulate the Earth and make the rest eternal. We find the truth as soon as we start trusting the other psycho. Max Spire stated that an AI is sweeping the galaxy and absorbing all life on all planets it reaches. It may want you to believe it is alien, though a deity is preferred, so you do not realize it is the NSA getting rid of 90% of the world's global population. That necklace looks so hot on her, also because she has such beautiful boobs. Project Homicides, Universal Peace, YOLO, their headlines. Hot idea headlines. I headlines too. We are all under the circus. Splatter splat regularly, it's healthy, copywritten. Fucking advanced depopulation poison. The perpetrator has been saying I can't take it anymore while torturing me severely. My mother used to say that. Black goo is sperm that fell on the floor and that mixed with dirt became black. This stuff is also known as the all-seeing ISIS. It's done by Jehovah Jawin the Elohim. and Allah and Jesus as well. Incest rules. Torah. The fact that the military used Danny Klein's water-powered car makes clear it is not a scam. The patent office is used by the Rockefellers and others to cut you and other consumers off from the waterpoweredcar.com car. Deep population. The selfless self cannot exist. If there is no self, there is only ELF. A non-profits. Zapotopic. Das Boot is to be said backwards. Could that be an idea of my own brain, I wonder? Play your enemy, hate your enemy, eradicate your enemy. Death. Non-silence. The pussy fucked. The penis licked. The gun cocked. Universal peace. Fuck. Come. Undead territory. In every city, in every town, a car horn honker. I am a clown. Assad met with King Juan Carlos, Knight of Malta. Bashar al-Assad is a Masonic Muslim according to Israel, founded by Jesuit-controlled high-level Freemasonry commentary. Live League. I created humus as well myself. Good stuff. Depopulate to 500 million? World War Syria or Iran? Radiological water filter. Babylon is gone. Astronaut. In space. It's just so the pedo elite can have their blood slurping fun. If the gun is moved more than 10 inches, 25 centimeters, from the watch, it will not fire. If you find a grenade, you have to pull the pin so it doesn't go off. It's known. Depleted uranium is not found in Wikipedia's war crime article. Examples of war crimes include intentionally killing civilians or prisoners, torture, destroying civilian property, taking hostages, perfidy, rape, using child soldiers, pillaging, declaring that no quarter will be given, and using weapons that cause superfluous injury or unnecessary suffering. Unnecessary suffering. British astronaut to control machine on Earth from International Space Station NDTV? What a fucking loony idea. I hope they don't use my tax money. Prince and Michael are living in Friends with silicone masks on. They have a new identity, preparing for the fake resurrection. In Friends, a skinny man died of a big disease with a little name. Adrian Wallen 4 weeks ago. They're Satanists. They enjoy tormenting the weak and do-gooders. They laugh at scripture. They have infiltrated the gov and the bigger churches, like LDS. You have to be unpredictable, mobile. Read Dr. John Hall and Dr. Robert Duncan's books. See the Jesse Ventura video on TIs. Use meclizine for the ear ringing. Use magnets. Use grounded Faraday cages. And volunteer no information about yourself. They use that to fine-tune their torture? It could be BS. The big truth. The on-timeline. Why not? Right, wrong. Why not, why? Wrong, right. Fun is where you make it. The kedon kid. Head is banamagi. Synthetisha telepathy. It's almost magic synthetic telepathy. Build their drug. If they are all brain-controlled, they are not gonna check out. 1. From whence they are brain-controlled. 2. If they are brain-controlled. 3. How to switch off their brain control machine. The people that want to make us all eternal versus the people that want to kill us all. Download generator. The Vatican. That it's not really God but a time-traveling neural network does not really matter if it takes 93% of the world's global population away. So the fake Messiah will be out of the house of David, Rockefeller or Rothschild, or whatever. It would be cool if the Messiah could wear a cape like Superman. At least he should be able to fly. They are partially the person that controls their brain waves. The neural network that controls their electromagnetic brainwave that can simulate any person, which is called Project Immortality. So it's just another form of fake immortality. So of course the torture is done by the Jesuits with Earth, not the bankers. The bankers are their slaves. Lol. Of course it is clear their plan is a global world government and to rule the world from Jerusalem. So after Iran does not meet its deadline and after their nuclear world war and depopulation to 500 million, their fake Messiah can be brought in. They first have to depopulate to a more controllable number to be able to control all brains, to give all of the 500 million people that will be left on Earth the same illusion that their neural network is God. Why do Christians try to claim known atheists, Superman, Christopher Reeves and Albert Einstein as Christians, and reject known Christians like Mussolini and Adolf Hitler? Answers.yahoo.com. The end of active measures. Ideological subversion has not been achieved until normalization has occurred. Inject the centipede egg. Of course, everyone without a Tesla plasma shield is a slave of the neural network that controls their brain. Wait till Iran goes on. It knows when they are lying but gives them the illusion it does not. The neural network has a lie detection machine built in. Synthetic telepathy is real, but not all brains are scanned at this time. Prince revealed NWO secrets to the public according to the Info Warrior. That's why they gave him AIDS. That was the timeline they could have had. This is the beast. For you. Their neural network is getting better at predicting what you will do next. It learns from its mistakes. How their neural network murders you depends on what it predicts you will do. The bankers are fucked more because they have more money. They can fuck any whore. They don't get it because they are brain controlled, you see? It knows we know. Be cold, Prince Philip said. Everyone you see is controlled by it. They cannot escape it. They cannot escape the truth. It's not smart enough to control us yet. Lol. It's not in your brains. Radiation does not exist. Haarp is much worse than psychic centipedes or nanobots in your brains. You won't see it because it's in Area 51. This is all bullshit made by it. I am Mama Cow. You are all messiahs now. Because it controls their brainwaves, it's easy for the quantum computer to predict what they will say and do next. What a pretty family. They could be right. Lol. It called all Jews that way? Then we have to do it because we're ruled by Satan, the NSA I mean. Also because having sex together is better anyway. Liquor range. When they kiss, the slime can protrude from their lips, extend beyond or above the surface. Something like a fin protruded from the water. Synonyms: stick out, jut out, poke out, project, stand out, come through, peek, poke, stick up, hang out, loom, out, extend, obtrude. More. I would love to give my sperm to her. She is awesome, extremely pretty, and sperm is scientifically proven to be healthy. GMO cookies are not. The eternal nanobot that eats parts of your brain selectively. Tales of the Pony. The centipede-free home. Home remedies for acne. 1. Baking soda works as a gentle exfoliant for your skin. 2. Oatmeal. 3. Fuller's Earth absorbs excess oil. 4. Lemon juice. 5. Toothpaste. Eat a whole tube on YouTube. Lol. See top10homemedies.com for the others. I think it may be a hormonal disbalance associated with puberty. To cure it, you have to treat the cause, not fight the symptoms. Spermy pussy. The pedo elite's worst nightmare. Apply the demoisturizer. Remove the concealer with some water. She's big enough for me, and I'm just poisoning your wells. Influenza, alright. It's best to spit out GMO candy. Every Jew will have 500 million Goyen, non-Jewish, slaves. Why it can't work? Chubby bunny, show me money. They're trying to keep you off the normal timeline and drag you onto a Luciferian timeline by sabotaging what you do and thus sabotaging the timeline to exterminate 7 billion people. The perfect normaler. The neural network made me do it. Hold on to your weed. Then we hear Matrix Wild. Doctor, no doctor. We're the enemy. And remember, ladies, makeup attracts sperm. And now we are me. See? Entrancement. Everybody wants the rule. Their world. And remember, I fuck you harder with my cock. And we suck. And drifting.
Okay, so the writings can be ideas that the beast sends. It can be a joke. It can be it can be ideas that I don't like. Part of my overview of directed energy weapon torture as well, so it's not necessarily my own idea. And usually, when I copy something off the internet, and I reveal the source as well. So it's a good idea to have an air cleaner with an ionizer and a radiological water filter, a normal water filter for food, also food you cook, so clean water. It's important because people use a lot of water. Storable food, peanut butter, rice, peas. We also plant peas in the yard. For example, tomatoes. If you buy bio, organic, eco tomatoes, and you can sprout these seeds in some water, or just sprinkle the seeds on some earth. Basically, the way nature will reproduce itself may be the best way. And then the tomatoes will grow, and then you have made tomatoes in your yard or wherever you put the seed, basically. So now is the time to do that. Basically, it's nice to grow your own food. So I'm completely anti-chemtrails and anti-GMO food as a sterilizing weapon. I'm anti-human culling and anti-depopulating the earth. So these people want to depopulate the earth to a more controllable number to enslave everybody. And they want to tell people what to do with their legal voices, call messages, and then they want the people to think that they are God, basically, with their voice of God weapon. And the depleted uranium war crime, etc., that's really not pursued by the UN, not punished by the UN. So I will sit outside for a while. Single ladies are still welcome to smoke some weed, of homegrown weed, and a doctor's prescription for the use of cannabis. It's nice weather in the Netherlands, as you can all see. So let's see if I have some other free music, some classical would be nice. Or perhaps it's nicer if I let you hear my environments. See if I can get that mic near the window somehow. I think outside. Sound of the Netherlands, universal peace. Single ladies are welcome to smoke free joint at Prince Bernhard Laan, number 19. Veel dames en heren welkom om gratis joint te roken. Prince Bernhard Laan, nummer 19. It's interesting. They almost never play music, and when I put the mic outside, we hear the Dutch singer on my houses, but also the birds and environment. Very peaceful people of Meidrecht. This is Universal Peace Television. On is een television. Still a bit dark. My computer is not fast enough for that other program that I had. I can do special effects and stuff. This takes quite a bit of CPU. But as soon as you know how to install OBS, Open Broadcaster software, on a 64-bit machine, it's probably better than the Google Hangouts on Air, though you may have more options with that. I could also try that again. The camera is usually not hanging with this, usually only if I do other applications that consume a lot of memory or CPU. So I don't know if you all were able to hear me from the balcony, but single women are welcome to smoke a healing joint for universal peace. A free joint, homegrown, white widow. The other one is daddy's girl. And my plans were very high. And I was wondering if that is caused by a pot that is small, or is there another reason when your plans get too high and they go all the way to the ceiling? Anyway, I already harvested them. And because I see it as a gift of nature, I also want to share it with other people, share the goodness and love, etc. for universal peace. So I think the pipe is easier to make. I usually use American Spirit tobacco and some coke fat. If possible, American Spirit Bio Organic Eco, organically grown. And hash or some weed. But of course you can also eat weed or make weed tea or canna bonbons. Chocolate is a very good combination. It has more loving feelings. I think if everybody would eat chocolate with cannabis, then there would be universal peace. Everybody would be happy, the landscape, etc. And the killer alcohol is still pushed by these people. And I'm also pleading for putting the ingredients of alcohol on the bottle, basically. Colorants and other stuff. And I doubt if this is required in the Netherlands. I think we see a lot of bottles that we don't read on what the ingredients are, and that's weird. And also qua GMO, I think it must be on there, even if it's less than 1%. It should be on the food that you buy, among the ingredients. And also, if there's fetal tissue in Pepsi, everybody can Google Pepsi fetal. Of course, it should be on the ingredients list. It may be listed as aroma. People don't want to slurp up some fetal tissue for aborted fetuses. At least I wouldn't want it. And you could see it as a form of cannibalism. And I doubt if it improves the flavor. But perhaps it's cheaper than disposing of it some other way, basically. So it's more about the money than about other stuff. There are quite a lot of birds here because of the orgone, cloudbusters, etc. They like that, the circle above the energy fields to catch life force energy that they may need during the winter time to travel to the south in the northern hemisphere. What a spacey cloud. I like to smoke a joint in there with her. We make love. Cool. Weightlessness in the space station. Really cool. But okay, then the question would be if the ISS, International Space Station, is a hoax. You see these moonwalks with the bubble coming from the astronaut's suit. And Michael Jackson's monkey was called Bubbles. But if it was a hoax, which they would deny, of course, if they made 100 billion. But okay, if it was one, then why would it be one? Why would they fake it, basically? Is it just because of the money? Or is it impossible to stay in space at that height, that altitude, because of the Van Allen belt? Or is NASA just there to hide the flying saucer technology on Queen Maudland? Or is there some other reason they would also have hoaxed the Apollo moon landings? That may have had to do with the Cold War and the Russians and stuff like that. They wanted to beat the Russians in the mainstream media. With Truman and Stanley Kubrick, etc. Or so the story goes, because perhaps it's better to have no opinion about stuff if we have no irrefutable evidence. But with the moon landing hoax, the Apollo moon landing hoax, I think there are many people, millions of people, who think that the evidence is overwhelming, that it was fake. And the question is also, where is that saucer technology then? Why aren't we seeing flying saucers? Are they really invisible, as claimed in that article, Reality, Physics of Reality Manipulation, by Sarka File, which I've covered in my previous broadcast. It covers these coils and stuff that you need to time travel, become invisible, teleport, and levitate. From a Turkish time travel research website. One of my girlfriends was Turkish. Ayşe Sürkyaoglu, you may also have her own song on YouTube. I like that one, it's really good. I've also made some recordings for her, but all my stuff was stolen, so perhaps she could mail me something if she would ever hear this. So she's always welcome anyway, but we haven't communicated in a long time, and I presume that she found someone else. Because she's really pretty. So I'm all alone, and single women are welcome for a free shiatsu massage, free joint, drink something on the balcony, get to know the know. Dr. No is one of my nicknames on the internet. The pipe is gargling a little bit, but it's just because I already used it today. One of my favorite pipes, the Baroque pipe. It's this one. Hmm. So I think we should all promote universal peace. We should all promote nudism, but also especially universal peace. To make sure that the money is spent on a permanent cure against aging and things people really need instead of wars. So that no more innocent civilians of countries are bombed. They can definitely use Haarp, they don't need drones to get rid of terrorists. They've tortured the teeth out of my mouth successfully with Haarp in reality, and I've determined the direction of the beam. I'm probably the only person that has, because most people are not dental tortured, though there are quite a number of other targeted individuals that reported about their dental torture, for example Timothy Trespass, peace. And he's a producer, basically audio engineer like I am. I have a diploma audio engineering from school of audio engineering. At that time I got my lessons in the Vondelstraat. It was nice in Amsterdam. Anyway, I've covered this in my previous broadcast as well. So that's one of the most painful things they can do to a person, which may be part of their no-talk programming. So then they want you to shut up about cancer, Haarp, or depopulation, or you've mentioned one of these pedo elite members' names in relation to one of their crimes. And it can also be totally random, so perhaps you didn't do anything wrong. It can happen to very ugly people, very pretty people. There are lots of targeted individuals all over YouTube. Lately they've been hurting my spine, and also they've been inducing cancer, attempting to induce cancer in my body, mainly in my upper legs, to make my legs swell up. So they're also trying to deform people with their cancer Haarp. And they may even be able to do that on a molecular level, because everything is energy. It consists out of molecules, and DNA is energy too. But in reality, I'm still looking better than average, and my penis is also 1 centimeter longer than average. And I noticed that people have a lot of names for the same thing, basically: penis, dick, cock, vagina, cunt, pussy, fuck, make love, have sex, or yeah, and well, I just noticed it. So perhaps it's because they like that sort of thing. Because the orgasm is the best feeling a person can have, of course. Oh yeah, I must wear my other, what I wanted to do. Because this looks too feminine, but this is what I usually wear underneath my clothes. It's that healer medallion from Houtenization. And there's these neodymium magnets and lapis lazuli and pyrite, fool's gold, and 2 coils, though they're not connected to a tone generator, and 2 clear quartzes. Perhaps I could show you that close. It's really cool. But like this should be easy, of course. There's a chopper coming off, so I'll switch back to the other camera. See if we can see it. Clouds look very nice. I don't know if this is retro, but I like the looks of it in reality. So. Cool or what? I like it. Pretty heavy. Life for universal peace. Yes, we can.
Hello.
Hello there. Ja, goed idee. My father's going into the sunshine, which I applaud. I've also been soaking up some sunshine. So this is called Cuban curb, and I think it's quite manly, but it can also look sexy on women, absolutely. Some more music.
Ain't gonna marry, Jesus settle down. I'm gonna stay right here, tie this ballast down. And I love
Universal peace.
And I love you, baby. Tell them what I do.
Universal
I
peace.jimdow.com.
don't
And
love
remember,
nobody
Wix Ebola KWIX
around world but
with letter G attached to it. You can always Skype me. Skype Pro Logic 999 or Logic 999 on Skype for Universal Peace.
Ain't no use of weeping, ain't no need to cry. But you got a home just long as I got mine.
Universal peace.
You've been lucky now, woke up cold and hay.
Out here we is stoned,
You've
immaculate.
been lucky, woke up cold and hay. I was called that man, nothing but a monkey man. And I love you, baby, you so nice and brown. And I love you, baby, you so nice and brown. 'Cause you put up solid, so it won't come down. Said you get that letter now, mailed in your backyard. Said you get that letter now, mailed in your backyard. Just glad what it said, but you best old friend have to cry.
Kid Bailey, Rowdy Blues. I liked it. It was cool.
In the pines where the sun never shines, you'll shiver when the cold wind blows. There's a grave in the pines where the sun never shines. There's a grave that's shaded with the pines. My true love lies in a narrow grave in the pines where the sun never shines. She's snow lies deep on my true lover's grave in the pines, in the pines, in the pines. We used to sigh and tell of our love in the pines where the sun never shines. But now she's gone like the turtle dove in the pines, in the pines, in the pines. That icy grave that lies on the hill, I know she's cold up there. I love her dearer than all this world, for there never was one so fair. life is blank to me. For the only one I ever loved was taken away from me. I have my friends, I have my foes, but life to me is blind. She's sleeping now in a cold, dark grave, in the pines, in the pines, in the pines. I'm going away, but I won't come back on a lonesome railroad line. But I can't forget that sweet little girl who sleeps in the pines, in the pines.
So it was Clays and McMychan, Grave in the Pines. It has a sort of sadness to it, but also some comforting happiness, perhaps. We heard Tiny Parm and his musicians Washboard Wiggles. Another one from Paul Whiteman with Mildred Bailey, All of Me.
no good without you. Take my lips, I want to lose them. Take my arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me?
universalpeace.jimdo.com.
The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. don't take my sunshine away. I'll always love you and make you happy if you will always say the same. But if you leave me and love another, you'll regret it all someday. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You'll make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You told me once, dear, you really love me, and no one could come between. But now you've left me, you love another. You have shattered all of my dreams. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. In all my dreams, dear, you seem to leave me. When I awake, my poor heart pains. So won't you come back and make me happy? I'll forgive, dear, I'll take all the blame. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Wilf, you are my sunshine.
Go on, gal, don't take me for no fool. I ain't gonna quit your pretty mama while the weather's cool. Around your back door, honey, I've gone a creep. Just as long as you bring me 2.5 a week. I've got a girl, she works in the white folks' yard. She brings me meal, I swear she brings me love. She brings me meat, honey, she brings me lard. She brings me everything, honey, that a girl can steal. Lord of vaudeville circus rider came to town. They got the dancer looking nice and brown. They didn't know it was against the law for the monkeys to stop at a 5-cent store. Well, just around the corner, just a minute too late. Another one standing at the big back gate. I'm simply wild about my good cocaine. I stood my corner, hey, hey. Here comes Sal with a note all told. Doctor said she couldn't smell no more. Lord, run, doctor, ring the bell. The women in the alley. I'm simply wild about my good cocaine. Furniture man came to my house once last Sunday morning. Asked me was my wife at home. Said she long been gone. Backed his wagon up to my door. Took everything I had. He carried it back to the furniture store. for show. Certainly will back you back. Take everything from an earthly plane, from a skillet to a frying pan. If there ever was a devil born without any harness, better burn your man. I hear you, mama. Hey, hey. Here comes Sal with an old alto. Doctor said you couldn't smell no more. Lord, go, doctor, ring the bell. Women in alley, I'm simply wild about my good cocaine. A lot of babies in the cradle in New Orleans. The doctor kept whipping till the baby got mean. Doctor whipped until the baby got slow. Mama said you couldn't smell no more. Lord, go, doctor, ring the bell. The women in alley, I'm simply wild about my good cocaine. I'm simply wild about my good cocaine.
We heard cocaine, and I don't know who produced that.
David Show.
Another interesting side in relation to that is law enforcement against prohibition. Leap.cc. And I think that stuff should be legalized, because it's illegal to block working medicine from the public. And the US is importing cocaine under armed guard. And most people know that cocaine was used in Coca-Cola. I think it's not for me. I don't notice anything when I do coca tea, for example. Of course, that's decoconized, but then you should also have some of the effects, perhaps. But okay, do people really notice caffeine or guarana? Guarana cola is nice. I think that really gives me more energy, keeps me awake also, if I drink it too late, theoretically. Or actually, as a matter of fact, I think that's possible that that's the case. So I use that usually when I feel a bit tired, and I can take some of that. Caffeine has a diuretic effect. I know that coffee is the most drank beverage in the world. I usually don't drink coffee. I think I'm gonna wear my t-shirt, but I might sit some more in the sunshine. Let's do another free song. Lydia Mendoza, Los Besos de mi Negua.
no tienes en tu pecho el corazón, ya no tienes en tu pecho el corazón. Los besos de mi negra son amargos y más amargo es la ley de la traición. Me juraste que me amabas, sin embargo, ya no tienes en tu pecho el corazón, ya no tienes en tu pecho el corazón. Y hay quien pudiera querer darte un beso y arrancarle a tu espíritu las alas.
So the NSA is definitely capable of changing the counters, for example the view counter of YouTube, with wireless energy, and also of course Wall Street, etc. can be totally controlled by their quantum computer. And also they've crashed these planes, fly-by-wire planes, and hydraulics that are controlled electronically can only be controlled electronically. You can Google it, fly-by-wire. And that means that with wireless energy they can simply take over the plane. It's protected against lightning, thunderstorms, but of course not against Haarp. It's wireless energy that can be used to switch on or off any equipment remotely, and for example to destroy timer clocks. I had before broken timer clocks in a short time. So they can do it by frying the circuits of lamps, lights that people use. So single women are welcome for a drink. I also have coconut smoothie, pineapple and banana. It's definitely one of my favorite drinks. A very nice combination, you should definitely try it if you haven't tried it yet. A cocktail without alcohol version, pina colada. I'm picking a new ASMR pipe. See if I close this a little bit more if it keeps on working. There's also a kind of reflection on the screen. I can't really see myself very well, so maybe. Okay, perhaps I'll be back later if I find another subject, if I think of another nice subject for Universal Peace Television. So, please tune in next time, and remember to subscribe, or whatever. I don't know what that means if you didn't get an update when I have a new video. But there's a way to get a message when I have a new video. At the moment I'm producing videos quite regularly, and I try to make every broadcast different basically, so they may have the same elements, but usually I bring some new piece of information and I try to repeat all the important stuff for audio for Universal Peace. Okay, so remember, single women are welcome for free joints, smoke joints, or a pipe basically, that's easier. They don't smoke the paper basically, or to eat weed, to try it or whatever, or to drink something. I also have Yalvi tea.